Hey guys, this is DeepWeb from iFunny, and this is a tutorial on how to access the deep web using the Tor browser, as well as everyday common safety tips that you should follow when you browse on the deep web, and so what to look for, what to avoid, and whatnot. Alright, so to begin, the deep web is anything that cannot be searched or found using a common search engine, such as Google or Yahoo, etc., etc. Tor, which stands for the Onion Router. It takes your IP and it sends it from server to server across the whole world. That way, making your location or certain security things anonymous. Now, however, especially in the past couple of years, Tor really isn't as secure as it used to be. However, Tor is what you use to access most of the deep web and those websites and whatnot. So first of all, you want to start out, go on to Google and look up Tor. Now, many times I've explained to my subscribers how to do it, and a lot of times I admit I get frustrated because they're always asking me, so that's why I'm making this now. And yeah, so when you go on Google, type in Tor, you're going to want to click on the first link, which I right there. And then that comes up, download Tor. Make sure that you have the right one. I'm running Windows 10. And you're going to want to hit download. Now real quick, the best, or probably one of the most secure ways to browse the deep web is on Tails, as well as a virtual machine while using a VPN. Now Tails, I'm trying to keep this video as simple as possible, but Tails is like it's like a version of Linux as far as I know, and it's much safer than Windows. Windows probably isn't the best if you really want to protect yourself from the deep web and those kind of or certain websites, but it depends on how paranoid you are, really. So once you have that, you're going to want to click this, and it should walk you through the process. I'm not going to do it here because I already have it installed. Now once you have it installed, open it up. Now ultimately, I would recommend using a VPN along with the Tor browser. You can easily go on Google and search up free VPN. There are different VPNs. They all have different things. I prefer to use Hotspot Shield because that's what I use. I have the cracked version because normally you would have to pay for it. But there's different VPNs that do different things, like I said, and they all have limitations of some type because it's a free, and otherwise, if you want those limitations off, you'd have to pay for it. So, but that's up to you what VPN you want. So, when you go on the Tor browser, make sure that your scripts are always disabled. You don't want to run scripts. And the one thing that a lot of people seem to forget is you don't want to maximize your Tor browser completely. The reason why is because there's certain scripts on websites that will determine the size of your computer screen using some pixel algorithm or something like that, and that can be traced to your exact computer model, as in your desktop model specifically. I'm running an HP. I'm not sure the exact model. I just know it's a pre-built computer that used to be my family's home computer that we got maybe about 5 years ago. Alright, so aside from scripts, go into here, hit that onion thing, privacy and security settings. Then you can adjust this as you like. These are the settings that I typically have it on, medium, high. Obviously, the higher you go up, the more it restricts. It all depends on what you're comfortable with. And you always want to make sure that you have your flash disabled. Don't change any of these. You also do not want to mess with, where is it? Not sure if it's on here. Because Tor is basically a modified version of Firefox itself. It's just a modified version of it, really. But you shouldn't have to mess with any of these And if you're trying to use Tor on a network that, like your school network, where it might be blocked, I know that you might have to use a VPN as well as mess with these settings, which you can just go on YouTube and hopefully find a tutorial on this. Like, when you use a proxy, this is the proxy address, such as the one that I have is 127.0.0.1 with a port of 9666. So, so anyway, now I already have a couple of sites. Where's okay. So now these are a couple of sites that I have bookmarked that are quite useful. So now before we start going on sites here real quick, another good tip if you want to prevent your computer from getting viruses or whatnot is never ever download anything off of the deep web. The only exception that I might make is if it's a text file or a PDF. However, even in a PDF, there can be things hidden that could mess up your computer. I know that there are several PDF libraries that are meant to be downloaded with PDFs for military, communication, medical, skills, economic, espionage, and all this other really cool stuff. But so, excuse me, to browse on the deep web, you use a thing or certain kinds of sites called link directories. A link directory is basically a website that contains a bunch of other different links that will lead you to many different areas depending on what you're looking for. This is an example of one which I use quite often. It's called the undernet. Excuse me, the undernet directory, and you have all your categories just like with many other directories. I know that some directories, it's not categorized, and there's just a shit ton of links with a huge list. But to, like, let's say if you just want to find some maybe weird pages, I'd say your best bet for that is probably either in personal or adult. Now, for the sake of this video, I will not be going into the adult section because you already know what's in there. Bunch of weird, nasty, gross, fetish, abuse, sexual, animal sites that you don't want to get into. So, the nice thing about this website is it will tell you if the website is online or not. Because quite often, probably like three out of 10 times, uh, a deep website will work, or specifically a .onion site, because quite a few of them are offline. That is due to security reasons, or because maybe it got taken down or something, or it's just getting a change in the address or the URL. Because websites often go up or they often go down and right back up a couple of days later. But you can view the pages on here, go to different links. Some of them will make sense, some of them won't. And Tor in general is supposed to be slow. That's because it's doing what it's supposed to be by taking your IP address and routing it from place to place to place. Right now, I am not using a VPN right now, and the reason why is because, one, I'm not going to go through all the hassle of connecting right now, but two, I'm not really doing anything that would even be suspicious at all. Maybe, I guess, except for using Tor itself. But like, if you're gonna get into serious stuff, like even like the carding or the weapons guides, I would use a VPN for sure, because Tor really isn't secure as it used to be. That's taking a while to load. You can see this is another site right here, but and okay, so as far as browsing properly and navigating properly, one, do not click on random links that will lead you to bad places. Special things that you don't know, don't click on them. because you can easily get to someplace that you don't want to be if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But keep in mind, guys, a lot of this is really, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. I mean, you should also have a reliable antivirus as well. I have Kaspersky. That's because it came with my laptop, and this is my desktop computer. But it's like a full license for a couple different computers or devices or whatnot. Um, but yeah, you really need an antivirus on top of your built-in one with Windows or whatever. But like I said, guys, just watch what you click on. Don't download anything unless it's a PDF from, say, a reliable site. I know that not sure. I think this might be one of the library links. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I hope it is. And this is one of the ones where I get quite a few of my guides and PDFs on. You have weapons, terrorism, survival skills. So, for example, in the weapons category, you can get tutorials on, say, explosives, guide to manufacture explosives. If you click on that, it'll bring you to here. And always make sure that you have the latest Tor browser. It should automatically check for you every time you open the browser. If it doesn't, just make sure that you check. But like I said, guys, this has a bunch of different stuff. Black powder, mercury, RDX, silver powder, white powder, nitroglycerin, and the other bunch of really cool stuff that you can view. Now, a lot of this stuff, yeah, you can find on Google, but maybe for me, I guess I just find it's a lot easier finding it on the deep web. Um, but only about 30% of the deep web is all the nasty, gross, red room torture shit. And all the rest of it is just really cool information, guides, documents, and whatnot that a lot of people love to look at. So I hope this video answered some questions. I just know that I often get people asking about, oh, hey, can you talk about this or answer this question or answer that question? I'm like, well, yeah, but I've already answered it. And people ask all the time, and that just it kind of pisses me off, I won't lie. But and another thing that I do want to mention that this link is obviously yada 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 .onion, which if you try to go on it on a normal browser, you will not be able to, such as this is Google Chrome, and we hit enter and we get this. Now there is a way that you can view a .onion site on a normal browser. However, keep in mind you would ultimately lose all your security features and your privacy, which Tor offers. And to do that, after the after the .onion, you type in .link, LINK, and then you hit enter, and then you can now view it. Might take a second here. If it doesn't pop up, I'd be surprised, because it's worked for me many times in the past. But, no, come on. Here. Let me try this one. So, maybe this will pop up, maybe it won't. Alright, so for example, take this one, and there is a ClearNet version of this. If you go on Google and type in PARAZITE, but for the sake of argument, for what I'm trying to show you here, if after the .onion you type in .link, and this goes for most deep web links with the .onion, I'd say you can do this on. Some of them you can, some of them you can't. Maybe it's just not doing it today, but I do know that that is technically a way to access some of the sites on on the more browser. However, I would not recommend that because you lose all your safety that Tor offers you, as well as a bunch of other shit. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for enjoying my videos, as I will continue to post and give you guys some good reads, and maybe hopefully educate you guys about what's out there and how to stay safe, and to think twice next time before you click on a link or some shit. Peace out, guys.